Hello, friends. How are you doing? I hope you're all wonderful. You know, I was just thinking in the morning, there's so much of difference in what you actually think. Your thoughts lead you somewhere. Somebody may just be busy for 5 6 hours and may think, oh, I'm working so much. And somebody may work for 8 to 10 hours and still find time for passions or for certain other things which make you feel really happy. And it doesn't mean that the person is not liking her work. Like somebody asked me, what is your profession and what is your passion? I said, my profession is also my passion and my hobbies are also my passion. So today I thought, why not have an interesting discussion around it? So I have wonderful panelists with me today. Here we have Purna and Dr. Koel Biswas.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Nilamji. Good evening to our dear viewers. So happy to be back with you, Nilamji.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you
having
so
us,
much.
Neelam ma'am, on this wonderful show. We are really excited and we really want to, get to know
So
each other more.
are you ready for the show?
Of course.
Of
We've
course.
been
Okay.
waiting. We've been
Okay.
waiting since a month for this, actually.
So let's begin. So first, I would like to know about your profession. Let's begin with Purna, the little one.
Thank you so much. Yes, Sam Little. I have been working in Zydus Healthcare Limited. It's a pharma company, and I work in the corporate communications department. And my job is to preserve and protect the brand image of my company by improving the happiness quotient amongst the employees. So I do that through regular communication in mails, posters, WhatsApp messages, organizing and hosting employee engagement activities, and marketing things. So
Oh,
that's
wow. That
my
sounds
profession.
really interesting. Happiness question. Wow, wow, wow. So Purna is not really that little, Hana. So Purna is doing great jobs.
It's my
And
first job, ma'am. It's my first job, and I've been continuing it for the last 7 years, ma'am. So.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So over to you, Koel. What do you do?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Neelamji and Purna. To start with, my profession. I work as an associate professor in Hindi literature. I
Wow.
work in Mount Carmel College, Autonomous, Bangalore. It is a very prestigious college, which has a beautiful history of 77 years. I teach there, and teaching is my profession, as Neelamji told. It's my passion and it's my profession, both the ways. And handling this huge task, I'm heading the Department of Hindi, and there's a huge student strength and a wonderful team with whom I'm working. Along with that, I'm also a counselor. I have my professional degree in counseling, which of course I do it as a part of my profession. I just don't do it just for the sake of counseling, but then I integrate it with my profession. And on
Sounds
top of
really
that,
cool. Sounds really cool.
Lovely.
So now
yeah,
we have another
Impressive.
wonderful guest, Dr.
yeah.
Anshu Sharma. Dr.
Hello,
Anshu, can
Dr.
you hear
Hello,
Anshu.
us?
Anshu.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
So,
Uh,
Dr.
hello, Nikhil.
Anshu,
Yeah, tell me, please.
we would like to know in 2 or 3 lines about the profession that you are in.
My profession? Well, I am a medical doctor, and at present, I'm working for a charitable clinic as a general physician in New Delhi. And earlier, I worked as a physician, as a public health officer and as a palliative care consultant for about 39 years in the government. And also, I worked for the COVID for 2 years continuously. So, varied things in my career, in my profession. Yeah.
Great, great. So we have interesting panelists today, and I'm really excited to meet you all. Of course, we've been
Yeah.
meeting several times, and it has been my pleasure to meet all three of you physically. I just met Koel a few days ago. So
Yeah.
uh, let us know about the literary journey of our wonderful panelists. So I'll begin with Koel. So I would just like to know how many books you've written.
Neelamji, as on date, I have written, authored roughly about 6, and edited another 8. So altogether, the count is 14 now, 14 to
And how many
15.
have you translated?
Translated 5.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
5
Over to you,
translations.
Mr. Anshu. Can you tell us about your literary journey in one or two lines?
So I have already published one book of poems in Hindi, because I started writing Hindi poems first of all, Hindi poetry. Earlier it was just few verses here and there, but gradually I made a collection and I got it published in 2020. It's called Antar Man Ke Samvad, and it was released at the first Lit Fest of Literary Warriors Group. I'm so proud to say that Neelam
So
was.
here I would just like to break for a little while, and all three panelists here are the admins of our literary warrior group. We've had two lit fests. The first one at Sahitya Academy Delhi, the second one at CME Dapodi Pune, and the third one was again at CME Dapodi Pune on 4th and 5th October. So we hope that you'll join us in the poetry contests, and the panel discussions, and the book launches, and so many other events which we keep talking about from time to time. And let me tell you, friends, Dr. Anshu is the winner of several of the poetry contests that we organize. So last time I decided to make her a judge so that she doesn't.
Good one.
That's a good one. You make a judge, he doesn't do it.
Snow the little one. Uh, so
Yes,
let
ma'am.
me call you Pooh. So Poona or Pooh, what has been your literary journey?
So, ma'am, I published 2 books. Both of them are self-published. The first one that I'm holding in my hand, it's called Sketches of My Mind, and it was released in 2011. And the second one was A Poetic Devil's Workshop, and this one is on the forms of poetry. So like we have haiku and limericks and other kinds of forms of English poetry. Both are English poetry based books. So this was released in 2015. So 2 books till now, ma'am.
Awesome, awesome. So it's not really about number of books that we've written. It is all about writing.
Yes.
And I want one line answer from all three of you. Dr. Anshu, when did you first write your poem or story or article? What age were you?
I must have been about maybe 40 years of age. At that
Great,
time,
great,
I was
great. So,
struggling.
Purna, when did you write your first poem or story or article?
Ma'am, I wrote my first poem when I was 11 years old and had gone to Jaisalmer to see the sand dunes. That's when I was inspired to write my first poem in a
Thank
school
God
trip.
you didn't say I wrote in my mother's womb.
No, I had to write something in the journal, so I thought, let me write a poem instead of, you know, writing
Great,
about the sand dunes.
great,
Yeah.
great, great. And Koel, what about you?
Yeah, I just started very early, around 10 or 11 years when I was in Kolkata. My primary school days, that is exactly when I started writing. Yeah. I
So
think
that's
I must
great.
have been 10 years old. Yes.
Okay, great. So again, it is not about the age
Age.
at which you
Yeah.
start. It is about
Hmm.
what all you write.
Hmm.
So we have panelists, some who started early, and some who started late, but they've all
Hmm.
been writing, and they've been writing while they were in a wonderful profession. So my next question would be, Purna,
Yes.
did your writing help you in your job?
Yes, I think my writing actually enabled me to get a job. Since I was in corporate communications, it was expected of me to either have some journalism experience or some author experience. So I actually took my first book with me to the job interview, and it enabled me to get a job because of the writing skills.
Wow, wow, wow.
So
So
it
what
was.
about you, Koel? How did it help you?
uh, it was always it was a medium of expression, number one. Second, somewhere I felt it healed me a lot,
No,
because
it's not
whenever,
my question. You understand my question. My question
yeah,
is
yeah.
uh, whether your writing journey helped you in your profession.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to it. Okay, see, it always gave me that satisfaction within me, which helped me in my profession, because I'm a teacher, and the teacher expresses her lessons. So when I write, I get more clarity about what I should be expressing. So first I express it through my writing, I express my own feelings, and then probably that kind of delivers in my lecture halls. So I
Right.
become
Great,
more expressive. So I always feel that I'm able to express more because I write.
great, great.
So true.
So, Dr. Anshu, my next question is to you. Well, Purna and Koel do have something to do with writing in their careers, but you have got nothing to do. That's what generally people think. You are a doctor, yeah. You
Uh,
have to look after
Yes,
patients.
look after
uh,
But
patients.
did it really help you in some manner?
yes. So, I started writing for actually the medical journals, the DMA journals, the DMA bulletins, and as a consultant of public health, as a consultant posted in public health, I started writing for the NCDs, the non communicable diseases. And I was also speaking in these health bulletins. I was giving health talks and all, and that somewhere led me to write about the environment. And when I was writing, somehow I drifted towards poetry writing. So some of my earlier poems are on environment and to protect the climate and climate change. And then gradually my poetry shifted towards other things, social issues, relationships, and other, of course, the softer topics of love and everything else.
So
So,
we have an interesting question for you. Do
yeah.
you write prescriptions in rhymes? Well, you can do that for the three of us sitting here or the viewers. And for Anup ji, whenever you meet him, you should write your prescription in rhymes.
Definitely, I will.
And for that, I would love to witness it. Maybe during Litfest 3, we should have the session.
Sure.
So, moving on.
But
So, moving on, what do you think, Koel? Whether writing is more structured, logical, or it just comes? It
It's
outpours.
spontaneous. It is spontaneous, because it is so much to do with your creativity. Sometimes I feel that when I basically I can apply it to myself, when I try to structure it, uh, it is as though it is just ready to break all the boundaries whenever I want
Great,
to structure it. So
great,
my
great.
writing, it's never structured. I try to, when it happens with your contest that you give me a topic, I sit to write with that topic, and then it goes somewhere else. And of course, I come out with a masterpiece, but definitely not a topic which you are giving. So, but it's interesting. It triggers me to write something else, out of the box.
Great,
So,
great. So if I
creativity
ask
can't
you
really
to
be
come to
structured.
Pune, so if I ask you to come to Pune for the Lit Fest, you're going to go to Chennai. Okay.
No,
Purna.
I'll go to Mumbai. I'll go to Mumbai. From Mumbai, I'll come to Pune.
Okay. Thank God you're not going
I
to
will
Pune.
reach.
So, Purna, you are known for having a great knowledge on haikus, limericks, and so many other forms of poems. So, is your writing more structured or is it spontaneous?
It is spontaneous when it comes to ideas, but when I'm trying to marry a particular form into it, then yes, I do follow a specific structure in my writing. So I do like structures. Actually, it makes my writing a little disciplined. So the thoughts are crazy, they are untamed, right? But then I try to structure them into a form so that they are represented a little beautifully.
Great, great, great. How about you, Dr. Anshu?
So in my case, when I'm writing, basically for health talks or for health journals, and for any other health related topics, then it needs to be very logical and very structured and very factual.
Hmm.
However, when I'm thinking of other things, then that is more of an art, and I imagine, and then I put my imagination into words and verses, and I
Yeah.
try to picturize, and then I create that poetry. So that is less structured, more imaginative, more creative and expressive, I feel.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, my next question is to Purna. Do you
Okay.
think the two fields of writing and your passion, in
Hmm.
which you are trying to create happiness around, are the
Yeah.
two, do the two converge at some stage or they are very divergent?
They are very interdependent on each other, actually.
Mhm.
It's if I'm writing good poetry, then yes, I do create a good program in office. And at the
So,
same time, the other way around. If I'm doing a good program in office, or if I'm doing a nice engagement activity, it automatically inspires me to write better. So I feel that my writing and my office, they are both interdependent and they rely on each other.
do you mean to say that they motivate you to do each other and you enter a cycle of happiness?
Yes, yes, exactly. Inspire, and I need to be happy to spread happiness around. So yes,
So
they
you
do.
cycle your way towards happiness.
Right, right, exactly.
So how about you? So how about you, Dr. Anshu?
For me, actually, I don't think writing and medicine are not related. I think they are very interdependent and
Hmm.
very deeply interconnected, because when I write well, then I'm able to connect well with the patients also. And I would explain it with an example, that as much as I try and understand a patient's feelings, his emotions, and I try to show compassion to him, and I try and understand his misery. The more I connect with him, the more I connect with writing, because all those feelings, they all come into my writing. What I feel for my patients, how I treat them, and all these features of fear and hope and resilience, I learn from my patients, and then I try to put them all into my words. So there, I think medicine and writing is very, very deeply interconnected. It is very related, and so my profession always helps me in writing, and vice versa.
Beautiful.
Okay, great. So for Purna, it is cycling, and for Dr. Anshu, it is being empathetic. So
Yeah.
now, Koyal, the same question I'm repeating to you.
Yeah.
Where do your profession and your passion of writing, as I said, both can be a passion too, but
Hmm.
where do these two converge or they are divergent?
They are definitely converging factors, because see, as a teacher, right, as I told in the beginning, a teacher has to explain things, and you know how it's supposed, by teaching and my writing, they complement each other. See, teaching is my day activity, writing is my night activity. So it's like the days, yeah, the day's experience kind of, you know, pulls up together, and
Hmm.
that converts into my writing skill. And these are the experiences shared by human interaction. My students give me the trigger, you know, as Anshu ma'am told, you know, these are the topics that we pick up from day to day life, and it builds up as a topic when we sit and write. I understand people much better when I write. And next day, when my night activity is done in form of writing, and when I go back to my lecture hall the next day, I feel more refreshing, I feel more connected to my kids. So it
Beautiful.
helps me. It's definitely converging, and it gives me you know, real boost in energy, and I go with the same smile from morning till evening. I can connect to my students very well. I feel it gives me a lot of energy. This is my
So
energy
it's,
drink, of course.
it's
My protein
just like
drink.
Horlicks.
Red Bull. Red Bull.
So cycle, Horlicks, empathetic. Now, my question to you, Dr. Anshu.
Yes,
Did
please.
you ever find it difficult to balance the two? Uh, and if such a situation arose, to which did you give more preference, your profession or your passion of writing?
Actually, the question of balance is very tricky. To me, both medicine and writing, they are just two entities of my life. They're not two separate worlds. And sometimes when I'm writing stories and all, they are actually coming from the stories of my patients. As I said earlier also, writing always enhances my medical practice. It really sharpens my empathy, my compassion, and my ability to listen also. In a
वो
way,
हम हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कि वो जो नट होते हैं वो जो एक ये बांध दी जाती है रस्सी उस पे ऐसे चलते हैं डगमग डगमग करते हुए तो आपको
हाँ.
वैसे चलना पड़ता है और इट इज अ साइकिल रनिंग
इट
स्मूथली
इज साइकिल. आई डोंट थिंक कि ऐसा बैलेंसिंग एक्ट की जरूरत होती है. इट ऑल कम्स वेरी नेचुरली टू मी. And I try and balance it in the sense that storytelling and healing, they both come from the same place. A desire to connect and to understand others, and to put those feelings into words, into verses. So
ग्रेट
I don't actually need to balance these two. They're pretty balanced in my life. Yeah.
ग्रेट ग्रेट हाउ अबाउट यू कोयल
Yeah, I think what Anshu ma'am said, I agree to her. When it comes to balance, I think your question was given a choice, which I would prefer, right? When it comes to balancing.
my question
Huh.
was how do you balance the two and do you find it difficult to balance or it comes very naturally
It comes very naturally. See, either way I'm writing. I'm either writing a research paper or I'm writing a poetry or poem or a story. Writing goes anywhere into my profession. And as we were discussing, balance is definitely important, and I never felt a pressure balancing these two aspects. Probably because I'm into the field of academics, and as I told, you know, either I'm writing a research paper or I'm writing notes for my students or I'm writing a story or a poem. So they go hand in hand. So it's never that I ever felt a pressure that I'm not able to balance it. It comes very naturally to me.
Great,
And
great,
Anupji
great.
has very interesting questions. He's throwing questions, I'm seeing.
So Asha's comment is also very interesting. Sometimes
Hmm.
people are so interesting and motivating that they compel us to write a story for them. Asha, do you
Yeah.
find me so motivating? Please write a story on me. So, how about you, Purna? Do you find it difficult to balance? Is there some pressure and you need an injection, or it goes hand in hand?
So I feel that poetry, ma'am, it goes. I'll always be a poet probably till I die. I feel I will never let go of poetry. Maybe my professions might keep on changing. There might be days that I will not work, but I will always stay a poet. So I feel that poem is something that comes naturally to me. So it's not very difficult to balance it. But yeah, work. There are times, ma'am, that I sometimes start writing a poetry even when I'm in office hours. So it just strikes, and you
I
feel
hope
like
your boss is not listening.
he is. My
Well, that was
God.
going to be my next question. Given the choice between the two, writing and profession, what would you
Hmm.
prefer? And we already have Purna's answer.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what about Dr. Anshu?
So it's very difficult to choose between them. And as you have already seen that, 4 years past my superannuation, I'm still deep into practicing medicine, and I just can't think of leaving it also. Whether it is honorary, whether it is in a charitable place. I mean, I just love to connect with my patients and to listen to them and to try and help them. However, poetry also is now very dear to me, and especially after inspiration from Literary Warriors group, I'm so much into poetry. I love writing it, and I love reciting it too. And somewhere I just cannot think of getting away from any of them, both of them. Uh, so it. I mean, they're both a part of my life and my journey now. I
Awesome,
really can't
awesome.
think. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Koyal, would you like to differ or would you say same page?
I just can't think living a life without writing.
Hmm.
It's always a part of me. As I
So,
told you, I started very early.
if I tell you, Koyal, you are
Yeah,
not going to be a professor from today, you're just
yeah.
going to be a poet. Is that fine for you?
Provided it gives me enough money to earn my bread and butter. Let me be very honest.
Okay, so you
Yes,
are
Yeah,
going
yes.
there. You
yeah,
are getting
I'm
there.
going.
Okay.
Yes. So
So,
if my writing gives me enough to live a life, livelihood, then why not? But yes, when it is a passion is totally different. You just can't do without it.
Yes.
Okay, ek ka roti kam chalega, but then if you have that urge, overflowing within you, you have to sit
Yes.
down and you have to pen it down. नहीं तो नहीं होगा, रात को नींद नहीं आएगी. It is
okay.
so strong.
मोहे नींद
Neelam
ना
ji,
आए.
who else will know it better than you?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
today, you can't throw the question at me. Maybe some other day you can. Today, I am the person who's holding the keys. See, I am the technical administrator and I am the moderator. So it's my day.
Your day.
So Purna, next
Yeah.
question is for you.
Hmm.
Was writing genetic? Was somebody writing in your family?
My mother used to write poetry. She never took it very seriously, but yes, she did write some poetry. And I actually got the pleasure of going through some of her poems that she wrote in her teenage. But yes, otherwise, I don't think anyone else has written anything in my family.
How about you, Dr. Anshu?
So my father used to be a poet. He was a professor of Hindi in the Delhi University, and he has written poetry. He's published a poetry book, in Hindi again, by the name of Anuranjini, and this was about 25 years back. And I was growing up listening to his poems, and so many people used to come to our place, and we used to have these kavi
So,
sammelans.
so poetry is genetic for you.
So
Genetic,
it was
purely
important
genetic.
for me.
So
However,
for me too. For me too. So now I direct this question to Koyal.
I would say yes, it is partially genetic because my dadi, my mom, they were all, very passionate
How were your
about
daddy and mom
literature.
connected, yeah?
Dadi
The
and mom,
members are passing it
dadi,
on.
that's what. Probably I'm carrying some of my dadi's genes also.
My God,
And
ये तो
yeah,
double
yeah.
धमाका है.
I saw
Double धमाका
her
है.
reading. They used to read a lot, and I have actually felt that even my mom, she was very much inclined towards poetry and novels. So read, as Puna told, I read one of her poems in Bangla, but that
Hmm.
was after I started writing. I
Okay.
never knew that my mom writes. Okay, and then one day I found her writing something in Bangla, and I could read Bangla, and it was so beautiful. She wrote about her own feelings. So
Do you
that
call
is a
it
day.
Bangla or do you call it Bongla?
Bangla, absolutely
Okay.
Bangla.
So
So
there's a good news here. Asha has agreed to write a story on me, and I'm eagerly waiting for it. But meanwhile, let us continue with our panel discussion. And my next question is about AI. So this question is to Dr. Anshu. Do you
okay.
think AI is going to change the world of writing?
So definitely, AI has a lot to influence writing, and for some it is a matter of experimentation, and for others probably it is concerning. But actually, for me, I feel the human emotions and human voice will always overpower AI, and AI cannot really match in feelings. It may be able to give a new direction to writing and to writers, and so it should not actually concern people that much, because
Did you
ultimately.
try once?
So, sorry,
Did you try writing a poem or a story on AI?
not yet, but I do have it. I mean, have in my mind, how it works. I don't know. I have to really learn from somebody. Sometime maybe sit down and learn from somebody how it works and how to bring AI.
It's
Uh, you
very simple. It's very simple. Do give
Hmm.
it a try, and then
Yeah.
you'll know whether Dr. Anshu writes better or AI writes better. So, Koel, how has been your experience?
I have never tried AI, honestly, when it comes to my writing. But I have heard people see the rate of people going to a translator for translation. That might take stage because they think that using AI to translate is easier. But I have also got reports from people that it is not as good as a human translating. As ma'am said, we translate the feelings as well, right? Especially
Yeah.
from Indian languages to the other Western languages. So that way AI cannot take that place. Maybe if the technology improves over the years, it might. But then, honestly, I haven't tried neither in my writing nor in my translation. I don't want to touch that. I want to give more work to my brain. I feel more connected. And
So
yeah,
yeah.
I have to
when you
educate
all
myself
when you
more.
all are a judge, how do you get to know whether the poet has sent a AI generated poem or a non AI generated?
Basically, the structure of the sentence. Okay, somewhere I feel now, honestly, the usage of the words. Okay, normally, if a person is writing in Hindi and uses a translating tool to translate, that I can catch because that I usually do when I'm correcting assignments of my students. Okay, so that is easily recognizable. We can find out with the structure of the sentence and the words, the vocabulary that they're using, because
Oh,
the flow, somewhere you can easily get to know. Because we are used to correcting so many of the students' works which are AI generated. So the
oh.
structure of the sentence, the vocabulary, are the two main things. You can judge that possibly this is an AI generated stuff and not really, the person has put in his or her creativity.
What about you, Purna? What's your opinion about AI?
See, I think that it is an excellent tool for people who don't know how to write. But for the people who love writing, AI is basically taking away our ability to think. I have used AI. I have used AI when I need to do a shortcut. Suppose if I want to, do something very quickly, I have used AI. But each time I have used AI, there is one thing which I notice: the sentences are perfect, very nicely written, but there are certain words which are repeated continuously. Like, as we go ahead, as we forging, this word keeps coming in a lot of sentences when, we use AI. So we actually come to know that the entire write up looks very beautiful, but it is without a soul. So that soul, probably that only a writer can give to AI. But yes,
Very beautifully said by our panelists. And we have a very good answer here from one of the viewers who is
yes,
also
yes,
an
Asha ji.
integral part of LWG, Archa. She says,
Hmm.
I've tried script writing with AI and it loses all the character feelings going ahead.
Very true.
Yes.
Absolutely,
But
Hmm.
absolutely.
one question to Asha here. Did you try the paid version of Chat GPT or did you try some other tool? We would just like to know, just curious. So now about my experience with AI, this digitization or computerization or software is also another of my passion. So whenever something comes, I always try it.
Right.
So I have tried AI, but not for writing, but for analysis of Excel sheets.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
they
Hmm.
gave some wonderful results. Like
Okay.
I just have to put it there and say, ki you draw a bar chart, pie chart,
Hmm.
analyze this, put this on the x-axis, put that on the y-axis, and it gives beautiful results. So
Wow.
that part I enjoyed. And
Yes.
for doing that, I did take 1 month paid subscription also. So that was very wonderful for my analysis part. But
Mhm.
certainly, like for writing, it doesn't have a soul, as our all panelists have said. And I felt it is stupid. So, Ashay, I tried a free test app created
Hmm.
for scripting specifically. Great.
Hmm.
I think all of you must have tried Ghibli. Did you? Puna?
No, I haven't actually. My
Great.
best friend keeps using it, but I just give it to her and she, makes
Well,
give it.
No,
I've
usually
not
I
even
don't.
I've not
My
even
God.
heard of it. I'm sorry.
Are you
I don't use it because probably I never felt the need of it as of now. But if it is required, as you told, I will try and I'll
serious?
explore. I love to explore
But
things. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
I do use
so,
Google
Ghibli
for
became a trend a few days ago,
Right.
and people were all FOMO, fear of missing out, and
Totally.
they were all trying it. I also did. I thought I am one of the exceptions, but I'm so happy to know that you all are just like me. Uh,
Okay.
uh, Asha says, I didn't found it unethical.
Hmm.
Yes, that is the reason why all four of us, I suppose, didn't use it.
Hmm.
Then Satinder ji says, well said, Neelam ji. Thank you, Satinder ji. So we all feel do and agree that AI will just be another writer without soul.
Yes.
So Purna or Dr. Anshu or Koyal are certainly better than AI. So
Thank you. And so are you, definitely.
The human touch that all of us have.
yeah, all of us.
Hmm.
Renu says, I've used AI to create some photos. Yes,
Okay.
many of us have done that. Uh,
Yes.
we have to decide where we should use and where we should not use. Of course, we should try all new things and
Hmm.
then come to a conclusion.
So true.
So, no harm in that.
Hmm.
But yeah, Asha says something. Asha, being a painter, has strong opinions. She says artists supporting artists. Yay. Yes. So uh, it has been an interesting discussion so far,
Yes.
and we've been
Agreed.
laughing all the way while we are talking and conveying some very serious messages and also discussing certain very serious things. Now, before ending, I would
Hmm.
like to ask a very pertinent question to all of you. From where do you get that urge to do something extra? Like many of Purna's or Koyal's or Dr. Anshu's friends must only be happy with their profession, but you would do something more. So, from where do you get that? Purna.
Internal and external sources. Sometimes it is the environment that I'm in, the behavior of people towards me, or sometimes internally also. Sometimes I feel happy, I'm sad. So I feel that I cannot write poetry when I'm very, very stable, or when I'm feeling nothing at all. I need to have some extreme emotion, either mine or anyone else's. It doesn't matter if, it is not my own emotion, but I need to feel very strongly about a certain thing to be able to write on it. So that is where I get my inspiration from. Extreme emotion.
So, I'll give you some extreme emotions to write a poem on me. So,
You can tell me, I'll start crying and then I'll write a beautiful poem on you, hopefully. Let's see.
no, I want you to laugh and write. Otherwise, you will give me all the galis.
Sweet.
So here Aparnadi says very nice discussion.
Hmm.
So now the question goes to Koel. Where do you get that extra boost? You said
The boost
Horlicks
is
is your energy.
Secret or
when I'm extreme,
something.
when I'm tired, when I'm tired and the day is done, say to myself, how can my day be just over without really leaving something behind? Every day I wake up, I spend my day, and then I go back to sleep. But what am I
Hmm.
really giving to this world? And that tiredness, that exertion, everything gives me the boost
Goes
that
with the
no, I
gilli
should
mitti ki
be.
khushbu.
हाँ
Goes
गीली
with
मिट्टी
that
की
gilli
खुशबू and two
mitti.
three more are coming there with the publisher. So it's like, I wait for the semester breaks, I pile up all these tiredness, and I push myself to do something beyond, क्योंकि I just can't leave the world without giving something. So something has to be there when I'm gone. And as I always say to my colleagues, and they always envy me, टाइम कहाँ से मिलता है? मैंने कहा अब्दुल कलाम को भी 24 आवर्स ही मिलते थे, बट देन सी वेयर ही वाज. मदर टेरेसा को भी 24 आवर्स ही मिलते थे. So I always believe God has given each one of us 24 hours. 24 hours may, I think we can spare some little time to leave something behind when we are not there. So that is a urge that let me keep
Great, great.
something.
Great. So I think all the artists and the poets connect with this thought, and that's why I suppose we are together in this literary warriors group. And the thought is also reflected by Renu, who says she enjoys writing, painting, gardening. So these are all different forms, but convey the same meaning. डॉक्टर अंशु, आपके अंतर्मन के संवाद क्या कह रहे हैं?
That's so, that's so correct.
नीलम जी, मेरा अंतर्मन और मेरा आध्यात्म यही मेरे अंदर के कवि हृदय को जगाता है। और मैं अपना सॉलिट्यूड और अपना जो क्वाइट स्पेस है उसको जब जब भी पाना चाहती हूँ तो मैं अपनी कलम को उठा लेती हूँ और फिर उसमें से जो भी रचना आ जाती है वो एक स्वयं की अंदर की ही आवाज़ होती है, मेरे अंतर्मन का संवाद ही होता है वो, जो मेरे शब्दों द्वारा आपके पास, आप सभी के पास पहुंचता है। और इसीलिए मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि मेरा मेडिसिन और मेरा प्रोफेशन मुझे इसी तरीके से इंस्पायर करता रहे, ताकि मैं अपने इन्हीं सब इमोशंस को अपने शब्दों में उतारती रहूं, अपनी कलम के द्वारा आप लोगों के साथ सामने पहुंचाती रहूं। तो यही मेरी इम्पेटस, जिसको आप कहेंगी, जो एक्स्ट्रा इम्पेटस मुझे मिलता है, ये मुझे अपने सॉलिट्यूड से मिलता है।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. We had a very lovely panel discussion today, and I'm really glad to have invited Dr. Anshu, Dr. Koyal, and the little one, Purna, for the panel discussion today, and friends who have been with us throughout. Renu, Aparna Di, Asha, Satinder ji, and Anup, Prasanna. I can see so many names. Surekha, Sadbir ji, Vinita Sharma ji, Rashmi Sable, Juhi Gupte, Nivedita, all those who joined us, they all agree that we are doing something more than what we are supposed to do. And more than that, we are also taking care of our houses, home management, our family.
Absolutely.
But when we are happy, we are able to do more for everybody. If we are not happy, we'll not be able to do anything for our family or for our work or for ourselves. So, our happiness comes from the world of writing. And may all three of you continue with your journey and inspire others also to have some passion or the other in their life, so that their life also becomes a bliss. And keep writing, and we'll meet each other online as well as offline in
Offline.
Litfest
Very
at
soon.
Pune CME Dapodi. So
Thank you.
we are all signing off here, and thanks from all of us. आप सभी को नमस्कार जो हम सबसे जुड़े, और डॉक्टर अंशु, कोयल और पूर्णा को ढेर सारा प्यार. Wish we were
Thank you,
near.
Neelam ji.
Ji.
See you. Bye bye.
Panel
Bye.
discussion.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Sarah.